going to get worse before it gets better. That's what the president said. Did you hear that earlier this week? Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not liking that too much. It's going to get worse? You know, sometime earlier this week, I heard something, and I think it's something I need to think about. Maybe it's something you need to think about. I was watching my brother, who is a pastor up in Salt Lake, and I was watching his online sermon. They've been all online just like us, and so I've been watching his sermons, he's been watching mine, and Doug was making the point that I thought was really, really practical. Now he's teaching on Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. And in John 11, verses 4 and 5, there's an interesting situation there, because it talks about how when Jesus found out that Lazarus was sick and about to die, instead of rushing right over there and doing something, he stayed, he delayed. But then the very next verse says Jesus loved Lazarus. He loved Lazarus, he loved Martha, he loved Mary. Mary and Martha were Lazarus' sisters. The point was that Jesus deliberately stayed even though he loved these people. Now think about it. Jesus could have gone there and relieved all that pain, all that anguish, all that suffering, but instead he actually allowed Lazarus to die, and he was dead for 4 days by the time Jesus got there. That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of anguish. But Jesus did that even though he loved them. In fact, you could even make the statement, he did that because he loves them. This is a very unpopular truth, but I think the Bible clearly teaches it. God in his sovereignty sometimes allows us to go through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of suffering, because he loves us. Not because he doesn't love us, but because he loves us, he wants us to go through those hard times because he is using those hard times to form Christ in us, the hope of glory. If it gets worse before it gets better, maybe one of the reasons God's doing that is because he wants to build Christ into us even more. So this is not the time to get discouraged. This is not the time to be distraught. This is a time to embrace what God is doing in our lives. God is seeking to form Christ in us, the hope of glory. Hey, I hope you have a great week. Hope you got some things planned for this weekend. Really want to encourage you to be with us on Sunday morning, 9:30 and 10:45. 9:30 for community groups. The students are meeting at 9:30 as well. And then 10:45, we're in person and we're online. All the details are at the church website, and I hope you'll be there. And for those of you that have small kids, I want to encourage you to come to the worship service. Come and be part of that family time. We would love to have you be here. If the kids need to leave, you need to leave with the kids. There's plenty of places to go where you're still going to be able to listen to the service. We'd love to connect with you if you can at all be here in person. You're more than welcome, and that would just be a wonderful thing. Hey, we're still progressing towards the online live streaming, and we're excited about that. That's just going to make our online presence that much more engaging. Well, have a great weekend, and we will plan on seeing you Sunday morning, 9:30, 10:45, in person and online. God bless.